This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So in the description box, as always, Eddie Hearn has been speaking about Anthony Joshua going to America to train. Of course, this will be dependent on finalising the deal with Big Baby Jarrell Miller. And if anything, Eddie Hearn seems to be a little bit confident in the fact that Miller wants this fight. But yeah, all the signals that we're getting out via social media and articles around, it's almost like Miller is asking for like 20 times more money than he's ever made in his career. Okay, listen, everybody does see Joshua as the cash cow, as a way to have life-changing money. Fair enough, okay? And if Joshua wants to keep on fighting, he's going to have to pay these guys, right? Otherwise, people are just going to go, nah, you're right, I'm not bothered. So Joshua has to fight somebody, right? So each and every time, he's going to have to pay over the odds, that's for sure. So when it comes to Anthony Joshua going to the States, this is what Eddie Hearn had to say. Yes, definitely, we've talked about that. And if he fights in the States against Miller, he will go out and do at least 5 or 6 weeks finishing his camp in the States. They would love him out there. It would be massive for him, his brand and his career. Obviously, as a Brit, we would rather see him over here. But when you talk about being a global star, I think it will be a massive statement. So that is Eddie Hearn's statement. Listen, for Anthony Joshua, of course, if he ends up fighting Miller, he does need to go out to the States a few weeks before the fight starts, much like Tyson Fury did. Well, Tyson Fury spent the entire camp over there, didn't he, in Big Bear, and then moved down to sea level in Los Angeles to prepare for Wilder, to get accustomed to the time zones, get accustomed to all the kind of things that we have different here, weather, you name it. So, yeah, obviously Joshua does need to do that. So he'll probably spend 5 or 6 weeks here in the UK, in Sheffield as usual, and then travel to New York or somewhere in the States. It doesn't have to be in New York. But for him to say that they'll love him out there and it's a good brand builder, yeah, potentially, but Joshua has a lot of haters over there in America. Listen, he had a lot of fans as well, but he has a lot of haters because they can't get their head around the fact that why won't Joshua fight Wilder? Even though Joshua has offered him 40%, which is stupid amount. It's stupid amount. It's way, way too high to what Wilder's worth, and Wilder keeps on ducking. But these people don't understand that. And they say, well, if Joshua's not fighting Wilder, then we're just not interested. We don't care about Miller. Even though Miller is a fellow American, right? And he is undefeated. You could have a unified heavyweight champion in Jarrell Miller. Let's not rule that one out either. But again, you see, a lot of the haters will, they spend every waking moment looking for a reason to hate on Eddie Hearn or hate on Anthony Joshua in favour of Mom Squad. But when it comes to New York, when it comes to wherever it is that Joshua or Eddie Hearn goes, his haters will come out the woodwork and go to the press conferences and kiss backside. Is what they do, right? They bottle it, absolutely bottle it. I mean, for me, if Wilder come here to the UK and like a Newcastle kind of area, I ain't going, okay? Because I don't have the time for him and I can't be bold with him, okay? For me, he's a ducker. And so for these guys, they will keep on going out, hey, Eddie Hearn, let's have a chat. In other words, try and get views. But yet they say they don't want Eddie Hearn in boxing, but yet they'll keep on trying to get interviews with him. And the same with Joshua, when Joshua was over in New York before for the DAZN launch. So, yeah, obviously Joshua will go to America to train if he does get Big Baby Jarrell Miller. As I said, article in the description box as usual. Go give it a read, come to your own conclusions. Is this pretty much confirmation that he will in fact take on Big Baby Jarrell Miller? Check previous video as well with what they were calling a leaked video or leaked audio of Anthony Joshua saying that in his mind he's going to go to the States next. Now people say it's not leaked, it's not leaked. Well, listen, it said it was leaked, so it could be leaked. But listen, here in the UK, we have a long history of tapping phones, right? That's what like a lot of press do. Go check the history of the news of the world, right? But there again, maybe it's leaked by Joshua. Maybe Joshua leaked it out. Who knows? Eddie Hearn leaked it out, or the dude that he was speaking to. But listen, if it was a legitimate leak where some online source tapped into one of their phones and recorded the conversation, then yeah, you would imagine that Joshua would end up taking them to court, right? So it's probably a purposeful leak, no doubt. Anyway, go give it a read, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.